what I ordered from Marc Jacobs' website directly. Kind of resembles the condition of my dating life for the last 2 years. It's in shambles. I like this. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today in my makeup loving hands, I have the brand new Marc Jacobs relaunch for 2026. I have the bronzer, I have blushes, I have lots of eyeshadow, eyeliners, lipsticks, highlighter, mascara, a little bit of each section of the line just for you to show you demos, swatches, all the fun things. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you what were the hits and what the definite misses were, what excites me, and frankly, what disappoints me. So if that sounds like fun to you, you want to know all the details, you came to the right place. And without further ado, let's get this party started. All right, so I cannot wait to get my makeup loving hands into all of this. I have a little bit of something from everything from the line, maybe a little bit more than a little something. I might have gone a little crazy years ago, but with this launch, I might have gone a little crazy. Let's start with the bronzer because I feel like this has been one of the most highly anticipated items from this launch. Actually, this entire launch. I feel like from you guys, I love to hear your feedback on these things because I did a video previewing the collection, wanted to know your thoughts, gave you my thoughts for better or for worse. And it was a little bit heated in the comment section, and I love it because some of you could not wait for this launch to come. You were very excited. You loved the packaging. And a lot of you also weren't crazy about it. You didn't like the packaging. You didn't like the names of the shades, which I totally agree with and understand. But it was interesting because I feel like the last time we had this much, I don't want to say controversy, but maybe interest in a launch might have been the Louis Vuitton collection. Many people were thrilled with it. Many people were not thrilled with the price tag. Some people were in the middle. So I kind of feel like this is similar in that sense. So I'm very excited to try out and see how the quality of these items hold up. So when this launched on the Marc Jacobs website, everything sold out very quickly. I won't say everything, but a lot of things. The eyeshadows, bronzers, things, blushes. When it launched on Sephora, it did not. And I have a feeling a lot of you are waiting to see reviews. So that's what I'm here for, to give you my honest thoughts on this collection and let you know what's worth picking up and what's worth skipping. So I'm going to start out with the bronzers. I gotta admit, it's a little bit soul crushing. I'm going to show you. So this is the beautiful bronzer packaging. And I'm sorry you're going to see the reflection of my setup here, but it is what it is. Here is the packaging with the beautiful daisy. It's very, very cute. It feels nice in your hand. It has like a nice grip to it. So you open it up, and I ordered 2 shades. So this is the fair shade of the bronzer. This is made in Italy, has a 24-month shelf life. It's on the back right there. I'm really excited about the bronzer. However, I'm going to show you the tragedy in all of this. This broke my heart. I made a little bit of a mess. I'll be right back. What I ordered from Marc Jacobs' website directly kind of resembles the condition of my dating life for the last 2 years. It's in shambles. So this is the light shade. And this kind of broke my heart and stained my blouse a little bit. I'm going to swatch her for you. I'm going to return this, obviously. But I have to say I'm very upset about this because I really wanted to show you the shade because I think the fair shade is a little bit too light for me and I like a deeper bronze. And I also wanted to compare it on the face for you. But we're only going to play with the fair one. But I'll swatch both so you can see. Here lies the light bronzer, resembling what could have been. The only good thing is that when the powder, came on me and the tears started flowing a little bit, it did feel very light as air and very nice on my makeup loving hand. So that is a good sign. So let's swatch this. So this is the fair. Ooh, that's great. Ooh. Okay, that's good. So this is the fair. So that is one swipe of the fair shade. Okay, so the light shade is definitely a little bit more warm. So this is the fair shade and this is the light shade. Now let us bronze with the fair shade. Take my much beloved Nikki LaRose N18 brush. And I do love how big the bronzer is. I love a big bronzer like that. That's beautiful. I'm going to take my BK Beauty 103 brush. It's a very finely milled powder and it's very powdery. So as you can see, that's the powder. That's pretty. It's not patchy. It's going on very seamlessly. Now, this is just a first impression, so I'll have to let you know about how it wears throughout the day. But first impression, it's very pretty. I think I like this better with a bigger brush than a more concentrated application, but it's warming up my face beautifully. I like that. Now, I don't have the original bronzer to compare it to, and I didn't own it previously, so I can't tell you how it compares. But my first impression, it's very pretty. So let me get up close and personal so you could see how it looks. It's not patchy. It's not clinging on to any dry spots. So I think it's beautiful. The only thing I will say is that I like a little bit of a deeper bronze. So I am going to be picking up the light shade because the formula is beautiful. Okay, so we're off to a very good start. And I will let you know in a future video how it wears throughout the day, or maybe I'll do a short on it. But I want to get into the blushes. According to Sephora, this is supposed to be a lightweight face bronzer with a natural finish for an all-over sun-kissed glow or a soft sculpted look, delivering up to 10-hour wear. It has daisy oil with antioxidant properties, so it provides a smooth, nourishing feel, and it's supposed to be silky and velvety to the touch. Now, I forgot to say the actual name of it because I was just so excited to get started. This is the Legally Bronze Bronzer, and it retails for $42. So I think you're getting a decent amount of product. It's 11 grams of product. So I really like the bronzer. I'm impressed. So that is the Legally Bronze Bronzer. When I do get the light shade, I'll show you that in a short or a separate video. Okay. So now I'm very excited to get into the blushes. Picked up quite a few shades. Let me show you them. What do we think? The packaging just makes me happy. I think it's cute. Now, how does it feel in the hand? The bronzer feels weighty, so it does feel a little bit more luxe. The blush sticks are a little bit lighter, but it does have a good grip to it, so I think it feels nice. I don't think it feels cheap. And that's so cute. Look. So this is the shade Hot Flush. This is the shade Self-Centered, which is a mauve nude. Oh, this I'm most excited about. This is Papa Don't Peach, a vibrant coral shade. This is Shady Business, a rosewood nude. This is Twin Cheeks, a deep pink nude. And then finally, we have Last Word, which is a vibrant lilac. I was going to make a corny, I got the last word joke, but I'm not going to make it for you. I'm going to spare you from that. Okay, so let's try this. These retail for $35. And according to Sephora, it has hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to be hydrating and have a natural finish. It's a lightweight, creamy blush with buildable, long-lasting color, seamless blendability, and a natural skin-like finish for effortless cheeks. All right, so let's try one, and then I'll show you some swatches. Let's try Self-Centered first. So that's the shade Self-Centered. Ooh, that's pretty. Now I'm also going to go in directly with the brush. So it is buildable. It's not terribly pigmented, but you can definitely build it up. Now, obviously, I'm putting a little bit more on than I would normally do in my Courtney Luxe Everyday Life because I want you to see how much you can build and what the pigment looks like once it's built up. Okay, so I've built it up a little bit so you can see how much pigment you can get out of this. This is beautiful. I feel like with this packaging, some of us were concerned that maybe it would be catering to, a younger audience, so be bold and bright, but it's very subtle. I know this is a more muted shade, but the formula itself, it's creamy, but it's not juvenile. It's sophisticated. It's buildable. So that's really pretty. I like that. And you can see that the radiance from underneath is still coming through. I'm not sure about longevity yet. Obviously, this is only first impression, but that's really pretty. I like that. Okay, so now let's go into the Papa Don't Peach because I need the shade on my face. I wanted this shade when I first saw the line. This was the first shade that I wanted right off the bat. That's pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my makeup loving fingers to see how that blends out. That's beautiful. But you could totally do this with your hands. I just like the way it's coming with the brush a little bit better. It's pretty. See, it's very sophisticated. It really melts into the skin. It doesn't just sit on top of the skin. It kind of becomes one with your skin. So I feel like this is like a alternative to the Rhode Pocket Blush if you don't like that glowy formula. The fact that it's not so glowy, I have a feeling it will be much more long-lasting than the Rhode. I love the Rhode personally, but it's not for all-day wear. It's like if you're going out to dinner or a party or something and you just need it to last for a few hours, it's not going to last you, you know, 24 hours like some of these blushes claim. That's pretty. So I feel like these would be good with a matte look, with a glowy look. It's very pretty. So even though it's a very bold color in the bottle or in the, what would you call this? In the daisy, let's just say that. It's not in your face, childish, juvenile. It's very sophisticated. That's pretty. Okay, so what do we think? Let me get up close and personal again. So this is Papa Don't Peach on the side. What do we think? I really like that shade. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's try our other shades. Let me take this off my makeup loving face and I will be right back. Okay, so I want to go with another bold color. This is the shade Last Word. I'm also going to try some different brushes while we're at it. So this is a Shoto number 5. So this will give me a little bit more of a diffused look with this color being as bold as it is. She's bold. But that's what we're here for science, right? Ooh. Ooh, I like this shade. That's pretty. Shockingly or not shockingly, I'm kind of liking how the Rephr Shoto brush is applying this the best so far. Ignore the fact that it's slanted. It fell over in my little case that I have, but now I have these new Nikki LaRose cases. I'll link them down below. She just came out with makeup brush holders. And this is actually one, but I've converted it into 2. You put this together, it's magnetic, and you can use it for travel and things like that. It's really good. Oh, that's fun. Come on. So I love how diffused these are looking. They're buildable, but they're not like crazy pigmented. Really pretty. All right, I'm going to get up close and personal again. Ooh, so that is the lilac shade. That's pretty. Ooh, I like that. What do we think? Would you wear a shade like this? Am I the only one that thinks this is pretty? Have you seen any good movies lately? Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to sit back down now. Okay, so I went a little crazy with my blush application, so I just cleaned it up a little bit. So this is the shade Last Word. I like it. I like having the last word, and I like the shade Last Word. What do you think? I don't know, the packaging is so cute. Do you like my matching earrings? Little flowers, big flowers. But anyway, as I digress, I think the packaging is very happy. And for it being as kind of fun and whimsical, the formula itself is sophisticated. It's not Gen Z, which I think a lot of people were concerned about. So I'm very happy about that. Next we have, let's see, trying to decide which shade I'm going to end with. We go bold on the other side. Let's do it. Okay. So this is Hot Flush. And I told myself I was not going to keep this one. I was only going to buy it and see what it looked like. And here we go. We're trying it. Now this is a Revie Beauty brush. Ooh. I love this formula. I have a feeling it's going to be longer lasting than other cream blushes just because of the texture and the way it's applying. I feel like this color is like very on trend right now. That's gorgeous. I personally like it going on the brush and then applying it to your makeup loving cheeks. I think if you do this, does it take your makeup off? No, but it kind of just makes it messy and I just prefer to do it that way. But I will say when you do swipe it, it does blend out well. It's not like it's staying in that one place. So it is very blendable. So if you prefer to use it that way, that's great. And I think it will work. Some of these blushes, if you put it on your face, it'll kind of stay there and you really have to work to blend it out, but not with this formula. All right, so now I'm going to clean this up because if we haven't met, my name is Courtney and I'm an over blusher and an oversharer. So I always have to clean up my blush just a smidge. By the way, if you are new and you're enjoying this video, I would hope that you would consider subscribing and joining our growing community of beauty lovers and friends. We would seriously love to have you. We have a lot of fun in this channel talking about all the latest releases, and I have a lot coming up. I have Natasha Denona, I have YSL Cushion Foundation, I have a lot. So please stay tuned for that. And please make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads and posts and things like that, because I do let you know when things go on sale, things come in stock, all that good stuff. please make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying this video. And if you do subscribe, thank you so much. And if you're already subscribed, welcome back. I love having you here. Okay, so I'm definitely getting thrown out of the YouTube Academy because this video, I am not doing a proper job of swatching because I'm having so much fun just trying everything on. And I'm like a little kid at Christmas, like I just want to try everything. So let me just show you the swatches of these two shades. So this is Last Word and this is Hot Flush. When you see them on the cheeks, they're not dramatically different. So I feel like you don't need both of these shades, but they're both beautiful. I think it's a beautiful formula. Very pretty. Which shade do you like the best? Hot Flush or Last Word? I gotta go quickly with this because I'm realizing how many products we have to get to. And I don't want this video to be 5.5 hours long for your sake. So now, let us try your Shady Business and we have Twin Cheeks. And I will say, this pink shade stayed in my hand, so I have a good feeling that this will be decently long-lasting. Okay. This is Twin Cheeks and this is Shady Business. So I'm going to do Twin Cheeks first, and then I'll do Shady Business for my last blush shade before we move on to the eyeshadow, which I can't wait to get to. All right. So, professional makeup reviewer face on. Let's blush. This is a Westman Atelier Powder 2 brush. Just experimenting with different brushes to see which ones I like the best so far. Refer and Review Beauty for sure. All right. I'm going to change that brush. Okay, this is the BK Beauty 116. I've been loving this lately for blush. You could also use it for foundation, for powders. It's really quite versatile. That's pretty. So even though they swatch very glowy, once you put it on the cheeks, it really settles down very nicely and really just melts into your skin. Okay, so again, over blushing, but that's okay. We're gonna fix it. Okay, so I just went in and put some foundation around just to even it out. I think this is a beautiful shade, so a little bit more pink. It's very pretty. I think in trying out different brushes, I tried more densely packed brushes. So like this Victoria Beckham one and where's my BK Beauty? This one, the 116. I don't think these work the best with the formula. I think more loose brushes. So this one from Review Beauty, the Mario brushes. Let's see. BK Beauty, this Morphe brush that I was trying. So something that's a little bit more loosely packed, nothing too dense. And you can really just work the formula into your makeup loving cheek. But I think that's beautiful. Let me get up close and personal. So this is Twin Cheeks. So if you have a deeper skin tone, this would really show up beautifully. And it just has a nice pink, healthy flush to the cheeks. All right. So now I'm going to take this off and then do our final look with the last shade that we have, Shady Business. Let's get into some Shady Business. And then we will move on to eyeshadows, which I'm so thrilled for. I got some good shades for you guys. I'm really excited to show it to you because some of them sold out at the Marc Jacobs website. So when Sephora put them up, I didn't waste a second. I grabbed those babies, added them to cart, paid for expedited shipping, and here we are. Okay, so let me take this off, and then we'll apply our final cheek shade, and then move on to the window of our souls. The eyes. Okay, so we have touched up my makeup living face, and now we're going to move on to the last blush, which is very sad, but we're going to get into some Shady Business. I was never good at the wink thing, though. Like some women, they're just so good at it. They do that sexy. That's why I'm single. Okay, anyway, that's another story for another time. Let's see. Take another Shadow number 5. This is clean. It's just a little stained. So what I love about these are how blendable they are and workable. Now, obviously, I put on too much again because, again, over blusher right here. No problem admitting that. Just taking my foundation brush, what's left over on it, and just cleaning that up a little bit. On the other side, I'm going to swipe it. It's pretty. I feel like this is the perfect summer shade. A little bit bronzy. Not exactly a bronzer on my skin tone, but kind of like a little bit mysterious, like a Hey Sailor type look, if you know what I mean. I can't pull it off. I can't. I don't know why I try. I just always remember growing up seeing women do that, and they're like so sophisticated. They just wink and a man just, falls at their feet. I was never able to do that. I think if I do that, a man would think that I have like an eye condition or something. I joke, but I'm not really. It's so I really should do a video on why I'm single. I really should just go there, but you know what? Let's leave it at the winking thing. Maybe this blush will give me that ability to do that and not look like yeah, make sure you're subscribed. It's like, like women from the olden days where they used to drop like a handkerchief or a glove to get a guy's attention. If I, the guy would probably say to me, "Lady, you dropped your glove, and while you're down there, can you tie my shoelace?" Oh boy. Anyway, how do we like the blush? Mm, I like it. Eye condition. All right, I'm gonna calm down and I'm gonna collect myself and we're gonna talk about the blush. It's beautiful. This is my favorite shade so far. This is perfect for the summer. And again, the Shoto brush. I think the natural hair brush that's very lightly packed is the best way to apply these blushes. Put a little bit on my nose. Eye conditions and joking aside, this is probably my favorite shade. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with the formula. Even though the packaging is kind of cutesy, I like it. I think it's whimsical. It's fun. Because why not? Why not have a little mylar daisy balloon on your makeup? I think it's fun. I think the formula is pretty sophisticated. I think it blends into the skin beautifully. And I think that, with a lot of cream blushes, I feel like the shades, they start to look like each other after a while. You can't really tell much of a difference between the shades. I think you can tell a difference between these shades. So let me just get up close and personal one more time for the blush, and then we'll move on to the windows of the soul type thing. So this is Shady Business up close and personal. What do we think? I think it's pretty. So you see how the radiance from my products underneath and just my natural radiance is coming through? But yet it's not too glowy of a formula. It's very pretty. Okay, so that's my favorite shade so far. So now let's move on to our eyeshadows. Look at this packaging. This feels so fun in your hand. I love it. I think it's adorable. And you just go like this and you go, oh. You have to do the oh. So this is the shade Extra, being so extra. My eye condition. So like I said earlier in this video, I got carried away with myself. And I bought a lot from the collection. Now my plan is I'm not going to swatch these all at once because I don't know if I'm keeping all these shades. I want to test out the formula with you guys first. And then I'll decide which shades I'm going to keep, I should say. I think shades like this I would keep, the shimmery shades, but I kind of want to keep all of them. Look at that. But let's try the formula. Let's be good first, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Priming my eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Eden. You could totally use concealer and powder, but I prefer the Urban Decay. So let's see, which shade should we try first? I feel like Serving was the shade that everybody wanted to try, so let's try that first. So, before we ruin it by using it, this is the shade Serving. And let's swatch it. Ooh, it's creamy. Oh, that feels good. Oh, gosh. I hope the formula isn't good. I don't want to have to keep all these. Do the collective YouTube influencer / non-influencer swatch together. Oof. Oof. Yes. As you can see, my hand is still stained from the blush, which is a good sign. But look at that. Look at her. This is so creamy. It is a cream to powder formula. It's supposed to be long-lasting, waterproof. It's supposed to provide how many hours of wear? Let's see. 14-hour crease-proof, smudge-proof wear. Now, if you apply it with your finger, you're going to get the most amount of impact, obviously. So if you don't want this amount of impact, you could do it with a brush. Whoa. It's so creamy, you don't even feel it on your lid, but it's buildable. Oh, about to slap myself. That's so good. Hold on, let me get up close personally so you can see. So this is the shade Serving. I hope the camera is doing it justice. It has this beautiful shift to it. It's subtle, but it's still there, if you know what I mean. It's not too much, but it feels so good on the lids. It's not irritating. And this is just by itself. Obviously, if you top this on top of something else, you'll have more impact. So I'm going to pair this with one of the eyeliners. This is the Marc Jacobs Drawn This Way Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Delulu, and it's a duochrome. And here it is swatched. I'm going to try to, let's see, pop it on the waterline. That's supposed to be waterproof. Oh, that's fun. I'll pop it on top too. Not that this look needs any more duochrome in it, but why not? Now, this eyeliner is supposed to also be good for cat eye. Okay, so this is the eyeliner up close. So is this eyeliner going to be something I use every day? No, but it's just something fun. I was really curious. So I did go a little bit, I guess, hard with the eyeliner. It did break off, so I'm going to sharpen it. Next time I apply one of the eyeliners, I'll go a little bit softer, but it is a gel formula, so it's probably user error on my end for not being a little bit more gentle, a little more delicate with it. But this shade Serving is so pretty. I hope that the camera is doing it justice. See? It's a beautiful duochrome metallic finish. It's not chunky, glittery. It's not a billboard, look at my eyes. It's just beautiful and subtle, but yet playful. And it has dimension because of that duochrome nature, so it's really pretty. So I feel like these liners would be good. The more bold, bright shades are good for the inner corner highlight, especially. That's beautiful. So again, this is not an everyday liner that I'll be using, but if I want to have a little bit more impact like that, I like this. This is fun. Good choice, Courtney B. Luxe. Good choice. Because I was doubting that decision. But I made a good choice. Okay. And let's go with a matte shade next. Ooh, you have to feel this. It's beautiful. That's just one swipe of the shade on brand. So this I got for more everyday use, and I wanted to see how the matte formula compared to the duochrome metallic finish. And that blush is still staining my hand, so it's a good sign. All right, so now with this, I want to try to use a brush and see how we do. All right. Oh, it's very smooth on the eyelid. So the matte finish is kind of reminding me of the Makeup by Mario Master Matte Cream eyeshadows, if you've tried those. The finish of it is similar, but it's like light as air. It's not drying. It's not as mattifying as those eyeshadows were. So if those were too drying for you, you may prefer this formula. This is like light as air. That's really nice. Okay, so two very different looks. But as you can see, the matte shade is very perfecting on the lid. I love a shade like this for, work or the days where I just need a very simple look. This I'll get a lot of use out of. And I just love the way these feel. They are totally weightless on your eyes. If you're somebody who stays away from the metallic eyeshadows, like maybe Danessa Myricks, because maybe it feels a little too heavy on your eyelids, this formula is not that. This formula is very, very lightweight. I'm not sure about longevity yet. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to put the other shade on top of this matte shade. Let's try that. I want to see how the formulas mix. Are they friends? Are they enemies? Should they get along? Do we have to make separate plans with them because they don't get along with each other? Okay, so now I'm going to put this shade Serving. Ah, I nicked it. I knew that was going to happen. Let's put that on top and see how it lays. I'm just going to build that up. Okay, so it looks pretty much the same. So this is the shade Serving on top of the matte shade. So a little bit more subdued, but they play well together. They're not fighting for attention on my eyelids. It looks good. I probably prefer it on its own, but it's going well together. Okay, so I'm going to take these looks off, and then we're going to move on to some other fun shades. Okay, so I've reprimed my Makeup Loving eyelids, and I'm going to do a look with these two shades right here. Nice if I actually showed you the color. I was going to return this one because it's a little dark, but I nicked it, so it's mine now. This is the shade Hater, and this is the shade Extra. And I nicked that one too. Yay! All right. All right, so this is Hater, and this is Extra. Okay, so taking my Nikki Rose N13 brush and putting that into the outer corner and the crease. Kind of went a little bit more onto the whole eyelid, but that's okay. So say you were just going to wear that as a monochromatic shade. That's pretty for a nice smoky effect. And just bring it up a little bit to my hooded eyes. So it's a very blendable, creamy, easy to use formula. Okay, so now I'm going to take this shade Extra. I'm going to use my finger and pop that into the inner corner and diffuse it a little bit. That's pretty. So you can obviously do the whole, sexy influencer thing. We just swipe it across and it's thick and creamy and all that. But say you're wearing this for a more everyday look, you wanted to kind of, wear something fun to the office maybe, or you don't want something too impactful. This formula is very versatile that you can do both. So just kind of like, if I pack it like this, it has much more of an impact than if I adding a little bit more of the matte shade. Okay, so let me get up close and personal so you can see. So this is Extra with the shade Hater. Now, I had a little hard time getting this off the eyeliner from the bottom, so excuse that little extra glitter. But what do we think? It's really pretty. This I could see myself using a lot, this combination. Now, if we wanted to do the whole sexy influencer thing where we put it all over the lid, let's see how that looks. That's pretty. Now, mind you, this has the darker shade underneath, but just to give you an idea of what that would look like. So if you're looking for that high impact, that beautiful gold color, more yellowish gold, you could do it that way. But like I showed you, you could also use it for more everyday use and just a little inner corner pop of shimmer. All right, so let's move on to the other side. I feel like with the other side, I just have to go for the green. I have to do it. Let's swatch it first. Now, this is the shade Canceled. Oh, gosh, so pretty. Now, they do have a pink shimmery shade that I'm regretting not getting. I'm sure I'll get it at some point, but I want it now. Because the formula's good. Ooh. So this is not your traditional green shade that we've been seeing a lot over the last year or so. This is a much more bold green shade. A lot of fun. Oh, I like it. I'm going to take a brush and put a little bit more into the crease. Just because I have longer fingernails, it's hard to do a lot of precision work with these nails. Make sure it's evenly applied. That's pretty though. I like that. It's not, a forest green or olive green. It's really more of a true, like Wizard of Oz type green. I don't know why that came to my mind, but it did. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. I like that. That's pretty. Now, is this an everyday shade for me? No. It might be for you. But if you're looking for something fun and festive and a little bit bold in the green family, this is definitely it. But the formula is beautiful. Okay. So now I'm going to throw on maybe a liner or two so you can see that. So on this side, I'm going to take this shade So Tea. That's pretty. I'm going to do that one on the lash line. Now, I have to admit, it's going to be hard for you to see because the first eyeliner is still on there because it is long lasting. It's hard to get off of it. But what a creamy eyeliner. Oh, a little gold on here. Well, gold never hurt nobody. That's a pretty shade though. I love how many fun shades they have in this line from the eyeliners. So now on the top, let's go with shade Facts. Oh, this is more of a red. I thought it was more of a brown, but we'll go with it. Let's try it. See how this does on the top. Kind of feel like my eyes look like Mardi Gras right now. So it's very creamy. Show you up close. Thought that was more of a brown shade, but let's go with it. I will have to let you know about longevity, but the fact that I can't get the first one out from under my eye very easily with makeup wipes, I think is a good sign. But I feel like you could have a lot of fun with these shades. I just put a little on the bottom there. I'm just having fun with it. And let's see how it does a cat eye, because you're supposed to be able to do a cat eye very easily. Obviously, this is not a shade that I would do a cat eye with because it's kind of red. I feel like this is good in the waterline. It's good for tight lining. It's good on top of the lid. But as far as being precise, it's a little bit of a chubbier eyeliner. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Let me take some of this off and try it again. Okay, so on almost a bare lid, I'm going to try doing a cat eye again, just to see how easy it is to do. Okay, so that's a little bit better, but I wouldn't agree that it's the most precise, in my humble opinion. Just taking a brush and trying to smooth that out. For me, there are other eyeliners on the market that I think are better for a cat eye, a liquid liner, or the new Mature Beauty eyeliners from Glam Girl Gabby. That's beautiful for a precise cat eye. This is not what I would use necessarily for a precise cat eye. If you want like a more smudgy effect, or like I said, on the waterline or tight lining, yes. But precise, I don't know if I agree with that. I have to continue playing with it. But it does look like it's long lasting because it's hard to take off once it sets down. But I'm going to continue playing with this and let you know. If you go close to the lash line, it is more precise, but you almost have to like dot it. You can't like swipe it because it's a gel formula, so it's not like a micro pencil or anything like that. It's a little bit chunkier. So I don't know if I agree with the precise claim, but that's okay. Okay, so let's prime the eyelid again and put on another eyeshadow. And let's go with this one. This is Clapback, which is like a pink green duochrome beauty of a shadow. Yeah. So nice. Oh, so pretty. It's so creamy when you feel it in your hand. It's just so nice. Okay, that's a favorite shade right there. Again, is it an everyday shade? No, but if you're looking for a little fun with your eye makeup, this is a fun shade. Okay, so this is Clapback Up Close and Personal. What do we think? You're seeing the two different green leaning shades. This shade obviously matches my blouse more. This shade is more of that pinky green duochrome that's really special. But I think what the special thing about this formula is that it's not irritating to the eye. So like I said, if duochrome eyeshadows sometimes irritate you or they feel heavy on the lid, that's not this formula. This is a weightless, beautiful, creamy formula. So I think the eyeshadows are definitely a hit from this collection, both in the way they apply, the way they feel. Really beautiful. All right. So let me see if there's any other eyeliners I want to try on before. So now for this duochrome shade, I'm going to try two liners. I bought the pink one. I couldn't resist. So the pink one is the shade You Up. And the next one is No Cap. So we're going to have some fun with this. So I'm going to put the pink on the inner corner. That's pretty. Okay. Ooh. All right, a little bold. I'll put a smidge on the top. Okay. And then now we're going to take the no cap one. It has no cap because I can't find it. And we're going to finish off this part of the eye. And do a little bit on top. Oh, okay. I think there is a trick to this. I think you just have to go very, almost like on top of the lashes to get very precise. And then just bring it. I'm going to see if I use a brush maybe to create that wing. Yeah, that might be the better way to do it. Oh, I love this eye look. I'm about to slap myself. I did a good job. I'm only kidding. Okay, so let me get up close and personal for this. So this is the pink, which is really fun, and the green. See that? What do we think of that? I like this. It's just, I love when makeup inspires me to be fun with makeup. Like just creativity, have fun with it, no rules. Just go for it. And I feel like this collection is inspiring that in me. All right, so now let's put a cap on, no cap. And I'm going to take the shade Do Better, pretty like bronze color. I'm going to pop that on the lower lash line over here. So it's a very impactful eyeliner formula, very creamy. It's not tugging on the eye. Do some tight lining. You also have to picture these looks with mascara. I'm not going to put it on now. So I'll do it for our final look. So I do mascara. To take off the mascara, it's going to be a whole thing. I just add a little dimension. Would I necessarily pair these colors? No, but I wanted you to see this eyeliner. So that's Do Better. I love the eyeliner formula. Like I said, do I think it's my favorite for a winged effect? No, but I'm going to continue to play with it. And I feel like this is perfect for tight lining, for the waterline, and for a little bit of a more smudgy cat eye. Not the most precise like a liquid liner would be, but still a good look. And now I'm going to take this off my makeup loving eyes, and then we'll continue to the, let's see how many shades we have left. Let's see. Well, ruined that one. We're going to look at our final look. But before we do that, I do want to show you this shade right here. This is the shade Shady. And this is like a champagne color. I just want to pop that. Let's see. If I pop that with the green, I know none of this really matches, but I just want to show you this because I'm not sure it's going to go with the last shade that I have. And I want to show you what this shade looks like. All right, so that's like the perfect like inner corner highlight. Just really good for everyday use. Nothing too crazy about it other than the fact that it's very creamy, buildable. That's like a must-have shade for like every day, I feel like. This shade right here. So I'm going to take all this off and we'll be right back for our final eyeshadow. Then we still have lips, mascara, and highlighter. Okay, so I have reset my face. And now we're going to try our last eyeshadow of the day. This is called Mood Swing, which I'm very familiar with in my personal life. But that is Mood Swing. So it's blue, it's purple, it's duochrome. It's fabulous. Oof. Okay, so this is Mood Swing. And we're just going to apply it like that. Going to go all in. Why not? Pretty. Oh, I like that. Build it up a little bit more. And now I'm going to use a brush, a Refer #1 brush. And just bring that up a little bit. Okay, so this is applying very well with the natural hair brush. Oh, that's fun. Okay, did I go too much with it? Absolutely. Do I have any regrets? Some. Let's clean this up. Okay. Okay, this is beautiful. I think when you see a shade like this in the pan, you may think it's too much, but once you put it on your eye, you can definitely make it wearable if you're not somebody who wants like an absolutely crazy out of this world eyeshadow look. You just want something fun but respectable. So it's very easy to work with. So this is a beautiful shade. Very fun. And now on the other side, I'm just going to make that all even Steven. Now I'm going to try a synthetic brush just to see how this behaves with a synthetic brush. So like say you just wanted a very light wash. You could totally do that. You don't have to go this deep. I think without finishing the collection, I'm going to finish it, but these eyeshadows I think are the standout from the collection. Okay, so I still like it better with the natural hairbrush, but you can also do this with synthetic. I'm going to go back in with the rougher. I just think it picks up the pigment better. I want to take this eyeliner again. Now, this did break on me when I first used it. So I'm going to go back in with this shade for like an inner corner highlight right there. Just a little bit across the eyelid. I'm going to take this fun shade Boo Boo and pop that on the top. Now, I will say you do have to kind of baby these eyeliners a little bit, which is not a great thing. But I do think that the shades are very fun and it's very creamy. It is buildable. And just bringing that down here. See? So it's a fun look. I do like that Boo Boo shade. And yes, I did buy it because it had a fun name, Boo Boo. But what do we think of the eyeshadow and the eyeliners? I'm going to use the highlighter to do an inner corner highlight. Okay, so this is the highlighter, and it's only in one shade. This is the Money Shot Highlighter Gel in the shade 1. So it's kind of like a bouncy texture. It's hard to do it if you have long nails like I do. But it's very creamy once you swatch it. Wow, it's a soft formula. See as I'm putting the brush in how soft this is? Look. Very bouncy. Okay. So let's play with this. I'm excited to play with it and see how we do. Oh. Oof. Okay, so it has like a little bit of a cooling sensation. It really is bumping up this eye look. But it's very, like I said, cooling, refreshing on the eyelids. Oh, that's so much fun with this shade. I like this. Look. That is so much fun. I'm gonna make it a little bit even on the left side. And we're gonna apply this on the cheeks and see how we do. So I feel like this highlighter will bump up any eyeshadow look. Or you could also just do a very delicate inner corner highlight like that. You don't have to go too dramatic. Okay. That's fun. All right. Oh, wait. Mascara. I forgot. This is the Indigo mascara, I believe it is. Yeah, Indigo. And then we have the cute little star. I also bought the brown, but we're going to go with the Indigo today. Oh, it's a true blue. This is so much fun. It's doing a great job volumizing and lifting the lashes. Okay. Pull on the bottom. I'm having fun. Can you tell? Look at that. The way it lifts my lashes, how blue it is. It's truly blue. If you're getting married this summer, this could be your something blue. I doubt you'd wear this on your wedding day, but you could. Why not? That's so pretty. Okay, so that is beautiful. Now I want to apply the highlighter in a couple more places. Do under the brow. The only thing with this highlighter, it's a little bit hard to get this out of the tub. See? So I'm just going over. Ooh, wow. That's very impactful. Oh my gosh. Now, I do have a little bit of dryness going on under my eyebrow here. So if it's a little bit patchy, it's not the product. It's the product tester. Wow. Okay. So it's a very bold highlighter. It's very bold. All right. And now we're going to apply a little bit on, like little bit. When I say a little bit on the cheeks. Look at that. I'm going to take this BK Beauty 112 brush because it kind of fits into this. I'm just going to do a very light dusting. That's pretty. It's very pretty. It's just, if you don't like visible glitter particles, you will not like this. I don't mind a little glitter now and then, but I think this highlighter definitely has a time and place. If you're looking for a more glowy highlighter without the glitter particles, I recommend the new Dior stick highlighters. Those are beautiful. But if you're looking for something a little bit more whimsical, this is, I would say, up your alley. Okay. I'm just evening this out a little bit. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a wing effect just to even this out a little bit. Just bring it down under the eye too. Okay. So now let's talk about lips. And then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on everything because it's a large collection. So I want to give you my final rundown of everything. I bought a lot of the lipsticks. I also bought more eyeliners that I'm not going to try on now just because it's too many to do in one video. I did buy the brown mascara as well. I'm not going to put that on because I have blue mascara on and I don't want to mess it up. But going back to the lips, I bought a lot because I love the packaging. I think it is quite adorable. I did test the formula off camera and I'm not wowed and I'm also not thrilled with the taste of them. So the packaging I think is adorable, like I said, and I am going to keep a couple of them because I want to keep trying them out and I love the packaging and I want to have this from the collection. But I have to be honest, initially, just based on my initial impressions, because of the taste of them, this is not something that I'm going to gravitate towards knowing myself. It has a weird taste and I don't know what it is. I thought maybe it was like a minty taste at first, which I don't like to begin with, but it's not that. It's something, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not a good taste. I don't know if it's a chemical taste. And I have to be honest, the formula on my lips, it was good. It was nothing fantastic. It wasn't something I was blown away by. So I would recommend you skip the lips. I'm going to show you one of the shades on me, but I'm not thrilled. And I'm frankly disappointed because like this shade right here, this is Booty Call. I was really excited to try that. This is the shade Mauve On. I'll just show you how it applies. I'll swatch it for you. So it's really pretty on the swatch. It's pretty on the lips. It goes on really easy. See? It's really pretty. It's just a taste. I don't know what it is. If you try these and you know what taste it is, please let me know because I'm curious. So let me get up close and personal so you can see. See, it's really pretty. I honestly can't recommend them because of the taste. Now, like going back to like couple months ago or a month ago when I reviewed the Tom Ford summer collection, some people had asked about the taste on those lip products. It has a little bit of a taste, but it never really bothered me too much. I know some people don't like any taste in their lip product. This is like a bad taste. Like I have to take it off because it's just very unpleasant. So I'm probably going to be returning the lipsticks, maybe except for one, just because I want to have something from the collection. Like I have to drink something afterward just to get the taste out of my mouth. And I hate to say that. So I had bought all of these intending to swatch them for you and try them on. I can't recommend these and I don't want to even try more because I'm going to return them. That's unfortunate. Also, the packaging, when I opened a couple of them, I don't know if these are intended to be refillable, but they were snapped out of the thing and it's kind of loose in the thing. It's not the best packaging on these, even though it's adorable. I don't feel that way about the other packaging. I think this packaging is solid. I love the little stars. I love the mascara. It's only the lipsticks. So I'm not going to show you these. I'm not going to swatch them. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm always going to be honest with you guys. And despite this adorable packaging and the beautiful shades and how it looks nice on the lips, I'm not going to recommend them to you. So that's a definite skip from the collection. Okay, so I'm just going to throw on some Rhode lip peptide. Oh, did you see that Rhode's coming out with bronzers and a whole new summer line? Stay tuned for that. I'll definitely be reviewing that. Okay. Have to have something on my lips, right? But with this eye look, nothing too bold. Okay, so now we are gathered here together for my final thoughts, my humble final thoughts. The standouts from this collection are the eyeshadows. Without a doubt, eyeshadows, they're creamy, they're buildable, they're light as air, they're not irritating, they are gorgeous, they come in beautiful shades. I love them. Get the eyeshadows when the duochromes come back in stock. If that's what you're interested in, get those. The mattes, I can't say enough good things. The packaging I think is adorable, adorable. The formula is unique in the sense that it packs a punch, but it's light as air. The metallic shades are not irritating on the eyes. I have sensitive eyes, and I'm just sensitive in general, let's be honest. But they did not irritate me. So the fact that they did not irritate my eyelids and I was taking them off and putting them back on, A+, stand out from the line. Another standout, the blushes. I think they're beautiful. I think the shade range is amazing. The packaging is adorable. It makes me happy. I would be proud to pull this blush out in a restaurant to do my makeup at the table. You guys know that I talk about this all the time. I'm hoping that one of these days I'm going to be sitting at a candlelit table and a gorgeous man is going to walk by and say, "My gosh, woman, where did you get that Mylar daisy balloon shaped makeup?" And that will be the beginning of a beautiful love story, I hope. But then I'll do the whole winking thing. He'll think I have an eye condition and then I'll mess that up. But this blush is beautiful. I would be happy to pull this out of my pocketbook. It's going to look beautiful on any vanity. And the formula is gorgeous. It's creamy. It's buildable. It's not too glowy. So if you don't love a glowy blush, don't worry. You will like this. I can't say enough good things about the blushes, and I think the shade range is excellent. The bronzer I think is beautiful. I am going to order the light shade. I don't like the fact that it came broken, but those things happen. I will say that the Sephora packing did come, with the tissue paper inside. The Marc Jacobs maybe wasn't as securely packaged, but whatever it may be, I'm going to return that one and get the light shade and report back on how I like the shade. But packaging is 10 out of 10. The way it feels in your hand, the daisy, I love it. The formula is beautiful. It's creamy. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It's a fine powder. It's weightless on the skin. So I highly recommend the bronzer. I think that's a hit. The highlighter, I'm kind of thrilled with and also not confused by, but it's very small, the packaging, so it's hard to use it, on your cheeks if you're looking to do that. As an eyeshadow companion, gorgeous, beautiful. The way this bumped up this look, 100 out of 10. I love it. And I like a little glitter on my cheeks. I think it is absolutely stunning once you get it on. It's just hard to get your brush in here, but if you don't like glitter particles, you won't like it. But if you like a little glitter in your life and you like a little glitter on your cheeks and your eyelids, this is a definite win. The mascara, I also think is beautiful. I'll have to test out the brown, but I love the Indigo one. I think it's beautiful. I think it lifted up my lashes very nicely. I like the fact that you can actually see that it's a true indigo shade. It's not, I don't know, sometimes on my lashes, I can't see colored mascaras very well. I think because I just have very thick lashes, but this actually showed up, so I love it. So those are the hits. The misses, the eyeliners, I don't want to say they're misses, but they're very delicate. So I would recommend if you're going to buy these, put them in the fridge, let them get a little bit cold so it's easier to apply. But if I have to worry about breaking the product that easily, I really didn't push down that hard when I first applied this one right here. There are other alternatives on the market that I think I would recommend. I will say the Marc Jacobs comes in a beautiful range of colors. So if you're just looking for something, a little pop of color, in the tear duct or right here, not like a workhorse eyeliner in the sense that it's an eyeliner you're going to go to every day that, you don't have to worry about being fussy with. I think it's great. Like I said, the colors are beautiful. It's great. The packaging is adorable. But I do have an alternate eyeliner recommendation. I think I've been spoiled with these eyeliners. I did a full review and demo on my channel. I'll link it down below. These are the Mature Beauty eyeliners from the fabulous Glam Girl Gabby here on YouTube. She started her own makeup brand and it's fabulous. I bought these myself. I did a whole review. These are excellent. If you're looking for a good, creamy, long-lasting eyeliner that you don't have to fuss with, these eyeliners are Kajal eyeliners and they're creamy, but they're precise. I think these are what the Marc Jacobs eyeliners should have been. Glam Girl Gabby has said that she's coming out with more shades. So right now there's a chocolate brown, a dark brown, a black, a champagne bronze, and a steel gray. So they're beautiful shades. They're not as bold as the Marc Jacobs eyeshadows, but in my opinion, much better value, much better quality, easy to work with. You do not have to worry about them. And they come with this amazing brush that makes doing the wing so easy. Right here, you see this? You see this brush? Just flick the eyeliner, and the formula is so good. You just need a little touch of formula, and you just flick it, and it becomes a beautiful wing. And also, you can use these as eyeshadows. They're that creamy, and they're long-lasting. They will last you all day. So, if you're interested in the Marc Jacobs eyeliners, I have to be honest, not that I wouldn't recommend them at all. If you're looking, like I said, for a little pop of color, something like that, and you're not using it every day as your go-to eyeliner, go for it. But I would recommend, for the price point, for the quality, I would still go for the Mature Beauty eyeliner. So I will link these down below. Please check them out. If you're interested in a good eyeliner, these are the ones to go with. They're even more long-lasting than Victoria Beckham. I even like them better than the Sarah Creole. So I think these are excellent, and I highly recommend them, and I will link them down below. So please check these out. The lipsticks from Marc Jacobs, I'm so disappointed. Because, like I said, first of all, the packaging, a lot of them, when I opened them, these were out of the bottom. I had to snap them in. Not the biggest deal in the world. The packaging is adorable. But the fact that it has that weird taste that I can't get past, I can't recommend them. I'm going to return them. And that's really all I can say about these. These were a big miss, in my opinion. I would not buy these. I would skip them. But what do I think of the launch in its entirety? I think it was pretty good. I think there was a lot of expectation, a lot of hype around this collection. I think the highs are really high and the lows are kind of low. So I was kind of hoping it would be more, highs and then some mediums. But I can't recommend the lipsticks to you, and the eyeliners. I think the Mature Beauty are a much, much better option. So I'm very happy with the products that I love. I'm just a little disappointed with the other ones. So it's kind of like a mixed bag. But isn't that life? Life is not a bowl of cherries. It's kind of like a mixed bag of nuts in more ways than one. But I'm very happy with the eyeshadows, the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, and the mascara. So overall, when you consider all those things, the positives far outweigh the negatives. As excited as I am for all of these launches, especially this launch, I have to be honest with you. As your friend, I'm not going to tell you to buy something that is not worth your while. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of the eye look that we created together? What do you think of the blushes? What do you think? The whole deal. Let me know. What do you think? Let me know what you're interested in. If you're picking up anything, have you tried any of the collection yet? Is anything on its way to you? Let me know. I will have everything linked down below. If you use my links down below, it does help support my channel, and I greatly appreciate you. But any way that you support my channel, whether it's hyping my videos, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, whatever it may be, leaving me a comment, I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't have anything to say about the collection, let me know that you stopped by. Say hi in the comments. I love chatting with each and every one of you. You guys are the best. I love the community of beauty lovers and friends that we have here and that we're continuing to build together. If you would like to join us, we would love to have you. We have so much fun on this channel talking about all the latest in makeup and beauty. We have so many fun things coming up. Natasha Denona Tan Palette, YSL Cushion Foundation, all the things. So please make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.